Ever since it got revealed a year ago, Splatoon 3 is proving to be the most controversial entry in the series yet, with common complaints being that it is too soon for the third game, even though this year it has been 5 years since the second game did come out. You got people saying as well, why are we getting Splatoon 3 on the same system as Splatoon 2, even though we have already got 2 Mario parties on the Switch? We are getting a second Breath of the Wild as well on the same system as we have got Breath of the Wild 1. You've also got some people saying, oh my god, why are we getting Splatoon 3 when we could have got F-Zero, Star Fox, Star Tropics, Kid Icarus, Ice Climbers, whatever other obscure franchise that I've never mentioned in this video so far. And yeah, I feel like those sort of comments are a little bit unwarranted as well, just because even if we didn't get Splatoon 3, it doesn't necessarily mean that we would get F-Zero in its place. And would you want the Splatoon dev team, who have no experience creating a racer, would you want them to create a brand new F-Zero for the Switch? So just because we are getting Splatoon 3, it doesn't mean that we aren't getting F-Zero. It doesn't mean that because we've got Splatoon 3, that is why we haven't got F-Zero or Star Fox and any of the other obscure franchises that wouldn't sell as much as a Splatoon 3. So yeah, the latest trailer as well has brought up or sort of reinforced some comments that I have seen as well about Splatoon 3 looking the same as Splatoon 2. You got people saying, why couldn't this be DLC for Splatoon 2? The reason why it isn't DLC is because it is too late for DLC for the second game. A lot of people have moved on. People would rather, I feel like, pick up a brand new entry with a brand new story mode, brand new special weapons, as well as new stages for Salmon Run, new stages for the multiplayer. I know that maybe could have been DLC. I would have picked it up for Splatoon 2, but I feel like the vast majority of the 12 million people who did pick up the second game moved on after the final Splatfest, and I feel like only a brand new game would bring them back. DLC wouldn't sell as much as a brand new game. And I just want to go back to those sort of comments about Splatoon 3 looking the same as Splatoon 2. I feel like at the moment it is way too early, it is way too premature to say that sort of thing, because we haven't really seen a lot of the game yet. We haven't really seen what the dev team have planned, and I have faith in them based on what they have created so far that we will get a lot of new content. So yeah, I feel like it is way too early to say, oh my god, this is Splatoon 2.5. But even if it is that, then I would be perfectly okay with that, because I love the Splatoon formula, I love the gameplay, I love how it feels. I just have so much fun with the current 4v4 and the stage format as well. I wouldn't want Nintendo to rip up what they have done so far and do something like what I have heard in some other video that I watched the other day, where the person was saying, oh, I want a flipping 10v10 battlefield mode with vehicles, I want a battle royale. And for me, that isn't Splatoon. If you want that sort of thing, then yeah, go and play Battlefield, go and play Fortnite, go and play Apex Legends and, you know, Call of Duty Warzone. I don't want Splatoon to turn into those series. And what that person was saying was, rip up what they have done so far with Splatoon, get rid of 4v4, the stage format, the special weapons, rip that up and do 10v10 battlefield like mode with vehicles. And for me, that wouldn't be Splatoon. I'm not saying don't do that sort of thing, I'm saying that should be an extra, that should be on top of a traditional sort of multiplayer that we are used to, that we love. I don't want Splatoon to have like jetpacks. I don't want the gameplay to significantly change from what it is right now, because it wouldn't be Splatoon if it turned into a shooter with jetpacks, if it was trying to copy Battlefield, if it was trying to copy Fortnite. It wouldn't feel like Splatoon for me. I read a comment on Nintendo Life which pretty much said it's shocking how the third entry in the series is just pretty much the same what we had so far. It is pretty much Splatoon 1 Part 3. I've seen people saying, oh, the graphics look the same, the gameplay looks the same as well. In terms of the graphics, I feel like there is a little bit of a difference there. It definitely feels sharper than the second game. That's just what I've noticed so far in terms of the graphics. And in terms of the gameplay, I feel like there is enough there to make it feel fresh. You got brand new special weapons that will definitely change up how the game will play. You got brand new stages to play on, Salmon Run. You got new bosses in there that will make it feel different to Splatoon 2. What I'm worried about in terms of Salmon Run is that we will just get that one stage for launch and that is it. But I feel like a lot of people are complaining about Splatoon 3 being a sequel. That's just how sequels work. They're not gonna rip up a winning formula. It's just bonkers to feel that way, in my opinion. I'm not saying have something in there to make it feel fresh. What I pretty much want Nintendo to do with Splatoon 3 is to refine what they have done with Splatoon 2 and perfect it and do the quality of life changes that I have been asking for a long time. So I would like a system in place that when someone does disconnect, there would be a system that would put in a bot, or pretty much it would get a real life player to join in a match already going, so that a team wouldn't be at a disadvantage. They wouldn't have less players for the duration of the match. I want a system in place that does that. I want local multiplayer with bots. I want an achievement system in there as well to have something extra to go for in the game. So of course I want new multiplayer modes in there, but I feel like right now it is way too early to judge the game. It is way too early to say, oh my god, this is just the same game as Splatoon 2. We haven't seen a lot of the game yet to make a proper judgment on it. So until we do see a Splatoon 3 Direct, I think we should just wait and see pretty much. So yeah, hopefully this does turn out pretty well, because the rest of the video did get muffled a little bit. I'm not sure why that did happen, but yeah, I feel like a lot of the people that are complaining about Splatoon 3 looking the same, feeling the same, got the same gameplay, I feel like these people don't realise that yeah, this is a sequel, this is how sequels work. It's not gonna rip up and do something completely different. It's still gonna have what we have seen in the previous entries in the series. Maybe in a spin-off game, maybe that is when you will see a drastic change in the Splatoon formula, but in the main numbered games you will just see what pretty much a sequel does. It will build on top what it has done before, do a little bit of new things in there like new special weapons, new stages in there, but the formula, the mechanics, the gameplay will be largely the same. I don't really feel like that is a bad thing, because I am a fan of the series, and I feel like the vast majority of people who do say, oh my god, Splatoon 3 is looking like the same game in terms of graphics, gameplay, I feel like the vast majority of those sort of comments are coming from people that don't really like Splatoon in the first place, so they want it to change into something that it doesn't need to do, because Splatoon 2, it is one of the best shooters out there, and I feel like what Nintendo should do with Splatoon 3 is do the quality of life changes, do some new modes in there for the multiplayer, for the ranked battle game mode in there. I do like what they are doing at the moment. I don't want them to rip up the game and change it into something that the series isn't. So that's just my thoughts. Hopefully you can hear what I'm saying, and yeah, hopefully you do enjoy this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below on pretty much everything I've talked about. But yeah, I feel like it is a sequel. Of course it is going to look the same, play the same, and that's just how I feel about Splatoon 3 at the moment. So that is pretty much it with this video. I will see you in another video soon.